Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because Vienna has been again named as the most livable city in the entire world for the third time in a row. And since I was born and I grew up in Vienna, of course, I had to make a TikTok about it and give it a shout out. So we still own a house here, even though right now we live in Switzerland. So we come back at least twice a year. Still have family here as well, of course. So I've gone through different seasons in my life, and at each one of them I've been in Vienna for a little bit. So I feel like that I really get the vibe of the city, and it has something there for everyone. From when you're in your 20s and you want to go out and partying clubbing, or when you're a young parent like me now, there's just so much stuff going on. But not just so much stuff. You also have the Vienna forest usually around you. You're in nature pretty fast. The food has gotten even more multicultural than when I grew up, right? You can go to the Naschberg and grab some authentic food from, all kinds of different places and vendors that are representing different places in the world, like Korean and Japanese, Turkish food. I miss Turkish food, really good one in Switzerland so much. Peruvian food, vegan food, of course, plant-based food, like all kinds of different foods. Is amazing. And then if you want to, you go to the local restaurants. They're called the Heuriger. You sit outside. They serve like regional and local products and seasonal ones, right? And you just sip on there on your glass of Riesling, and then you hear outside music. Because I once was a student at the University of Music as well, right? So when you're close to it, or you're close to the Staatsoper, so on, you have sometimes a lot of artists or studying artists that are just practicing their craft on the street, which is like something very special as well. And the amount of activities and courses that they offer at like the Burgtheater or the Staatsoper, just in terms of like theater courses or music courses, are just amazing. I also find that Austrian by and large are very, very friendly. Like we know actually a lot of like also Swiss parents and international parents, they always try to book holidays when you want to do something close, right, to Switzerland. They're trying to book that in Austria. Because by and large, Austrian hotels, they are more kid-friendly, and there's just more diversity in terms of like the offers and what you can get, right, for different price classes, and it's really, really cool. Also the hot springs, the Thermen, are mostly also very baby and kid-friendly. Of course, it depends on the Thermen, and they also have sections for adult only. But that's very part of our culture as well, that we do some sort of Thermen days. At least that's how I grew up. And that's like one thing that I have noticed like not a lot of in Switzerland. And most of the Thermen there are kind of known to be just for adults. So you don't really want to bring your little kids there. And totally different just to Austria. And I also have found that like by and large it's actually quite easy. Like there's a lot of great public transport system here in Austria, like especially of course in Vienna. I've only found some public transport systems to be better in Asia when I visited some cities in Asia, and cleaner. But European, like when we talk about like European standards, is pretty great. And another thing that I really love is also that you can get around with your car fairly easily. There's a lot of like very strategically placed parking garages where it's super easy to park. The spots are not like super creepy timey where you have so much problems like parking. It's not that big of a deal if you're more like a driving person. And like I said, you can visit different like places around like Vienna fairly easy with a car too. And like if I may say Amsterdam. So anyways, if you're a fellow Austrian and if I forgot anything, let me know in the comments. And now I'm going to leave you with the words of Ludwig van Beethoven. Vienna is a city of endless beauty and timeless inspiration. So if you haven't visited Vienna yet, go visit. And if you need any recommendations, and since I'm just here in Vienna and most of the spots that we've recently visited are fresh off my mind, and you want me to give you like 10 best things to do with your kids or so on, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll record another video.